right, everybody. It is 4 o'clock p.m. and I am snowed in. Welcome to Saturday Snow Soap live stream. Once again, it's me, VINCE. Working on somewhat. I'm working on any time, I guess, right now, Ryan. Right now, I will be honest with you. It's been a very miserable day. Miserable. I don't know what the heck is going on. I really don't. Money comes in, money comes out, money comes in, money comes out. Oh boy. I just paid a person $150 for failing at their job, in other words. At least I was nice about it. But it was a hard task anyway to get done. But you got to pay for people for 2 months of work. They still couldn't get some of my sites up on Google Merchant, but it doesn't really matter. Something is actually working there, folks. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it is. But what I've been doing is doing a drip feed, which runs me about $15 a website per month to do. And I've got it in a bundle, and it seems to be working. So I'm going to use that, see exactly what happens. But yeah, I mean, I'm snowed in. I'm not going anywhere this weekend.
I missed the run dealing with family BSO well.
Quick Pump with $2 donation. It's okay. You know, it's always important to take care of the family first before anything else. So quite understandable. That's why I didn't do the live stream last Saturday, because I had other stuff going on there. But yeah, folks, I had the Zool 2 Mount Icy's theme playing. You know, the thing about it is, folks, it was one of the many last games I beat before I stopped playing. I mean, the last video game I ever beat, folks, was Halo. Halo 1. If that tells you anything. But, you know, sometimes you got to get back into the mix of things. So I am going to install Linux on the TV computer, and I'm gonna put Steam up there. I've been putting it off for quite some time, but I'm gonna put Steam on it to make the website, make the computer finally somewhat usable, in other words. But of course, I gotta get Pugman's water cup there. Y'all give a shout out to Pugman. Now I got French press coffee, but here's the thing, folks. I have no fiddles, actually. I mean, I have fiddles, but no real snacks. Thank goodness that it ain't the Super Bowl weekend. I'd be really messed up. But I think I'm gonna make some chocolate pudding, with some powdered milk and everything. Have myself a nice snack. I mean, I've had that pudding in there for maybe like 5 or 6 years, but you know, when it comes to powdered goods, I mean, they never go bad. But I'm going to have myself a little smoky. I got the rest of my French press coffee here, so I'm going to be doing work in the office, but then not really. I just feel like moping today, I guess, or so. You ever have one of those days where all you want to do is just mope? This is one of those days. You know, because this is the second weekend where I've not been able to go anywhere. Literally. Chuck Basher doesn't have a future. Except his encounter with Big Lenny pretty soon. But, you know, it's going to be a wrap for Collie Muscle this year, probably. I mean, every time you have a heart attack, you just damage your heart even more. Literally speaking, I mean, you got to remember you're getting your heart shocked and everything. There's only so many times you can do that, folks. And this is, I think, his third heart attack. It's not good. The good thing is now he has a defibrillator implanted, which he should have had done begin with, but you're gonna watch him shrink down. He's gonna turn into a shriveled up person. That's if he's smart. But folks, get your questions in. I got really, well, that's the thing about doing the show the day afterwards. You know, because we usually cover, 3 hours, you cover practically everything. Pugman, what's up, dog? Y'all say hey to Pugman. I'm just moping today, Pug. Gotta get the taxes done. Gotta pay, usually around the beginning of the year, I pay right around a year's worth of my car insurance. Paid my phone, at least I paid my phone bill, my cell phone bill for the year and everything. So it's just everything comes in on this month here. And then I gotta do taxes. At least the business is doing slightly better, but it's going to run into a deficit for probably another couple months before it pulls out. Right now I'm doing organic traffic, Pugman. And once that's up, I don't have to keep spending $300 and some a month for Google Merchant, which doesn't works like shit. And ChatGPT's coming out with advertising too, so thank God. Google Merchant has been the life and death of me. I've made millions of dollars off Google Merchant ads, and then I've lost. That's the way business is sometimes. But if my plan works, Pugman, I'll be able to do nothing but organic search, not have to pay any more for this stupid advertising. That's what kills the business, is advertising. Folks, advertising is the most expensive thing you can do. Most expensive. I mean, my websites are built. I don't spend any money on that. My web space is paid off for 2 years, and that's relatively cheap. It's just the advertising. That's what gets you. Lamar, what's up? Of course, we do got a couple things to play. I don't know why this dickhead is know why this guy is.
And I have less editing to do when I actually edit the video, so we can get it out quicker.
I have no clue why he's streaming at this time of day.
Sweet content.
This time is reserved for the great ones' time. Let's see what he's doing. Scamming in the name of God. You know, lately, some of his goons have been just pestering me again. Despite the fact that the last time I've actually put out any video on my business channel, it's been quite some time, really. Alright, Ryan, we'll check it out. The last time I put anything up on my business channel was over a year ago. But we're gonna bring back the mints on this one here, so. And I gotta fix that up. But yeah, this is always my chill out day. I may go and play in the snow later on. I think that's actually a good idea. I'm just gonna go out there, sit on the porch, play in the snow. Walk around a bit. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Just back in. Oh, LeBron! Oh! He reached. Doncic is back in. Oh, LeBron! He reached back and then threw it down with the left hand. Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah,
it's
the
alive.
pass was a little off the mark. He wanted to do it with his right, but it was so bad that LeBron said, well, I got a left hand. Let me go get it with that one. Go get it, he did. This was some play by LeBron. Oh, just let me throw this down.
Self by 8.
This crowd.
You know, it's amazing he's able to do that at his age.
The crowd's happy now. They can go home.
Over the head. Bam!
Oh, LeBron James showing that he still has a little bit of athleticism. As Marcus Smart sees him, and LeBron with the behind the head. Two-hand. Lakers.
Very much looking forward to that game. It is a hot ticket. High price on the secondary market at Madison Square Garden on Sunday. And you know the celebs will be out in force, and the blue seats will be around to go to.
Good Lord.
Look out! Doing it again!
Oh!
Wait, oldest guy in the league? What are you showing me?
Age and then youth. And LeBron says, let me see what I can do with this one. What about a quick left-hand flush? Sawyer looking for that right hand. And
That is freaking nuts. A person that age is just doing all that type of stuff. I know, 41 years old, and he's dunking like, you know. But LeBron doesn't have that many years left, if any. I think everyone says it's always his last year, but he seems to be like Tom Brady. In fact, yeah, I would say he is like Tom Brady. He won't give up. He won't quit whatsoever. Where are my live streams on this? I did live streams for this. It's kind of weird. Oh well. But folks, get your questions in. It's just a chill out day. I got about 6 inches of snow outside, folks. And there's going to be more snow coming. You know, here's one thing I did. I put in a Walmart delivery order. So I'm going to see whether it's actually delivered or not. And the reason why I do it is usually on days like this, the delivery is actually free. Go figure. So I'm going to actually see whether they delivered it or not. But I am going to make snacks. I'm going to make some chocolate pudding. I got sugar-free and fat-free. I think that thing has been in the cabinet for 6 years at least. So it should be fine. Because one thing about Jell-O, folks, it doesn't expire. It's all freeze-dried. People say technically the reason why they put expiration dates on there is so they could sell more, but the truth is it's freaking infinite. And believe me, I've eaten 10-year-old pudding stuff. Man, it's been perfectly fine. So, folks, in the comments below, tell me how your weather's doing. How's your weather doing in your part of the woods? Now, if you guys noticed, lately in the past couple of months, I've been playing less police videos and stuff like that. It seems as though a lot of subscribers are locking down stuff, Real Men, Real Style, and other places. They don't want their stuff live streamed. They're putting all sorts of stupid copyrights and stuff on things. Where can you get the bathrobe? I think my mama got this for me. Either that or I purchased it at like Walmart or so. But I've had this for about 6 or 7. Oh no, I've had it. I know I got it in 2016. So I've had it for at least 10 years, and it's still just, whenever I wash it, it's still just as comfortable as before. I know it's a premium cotton. I would prefer having it black or white or so forth. That's why I think that my mama got it for me, because I wouldn't typically buy this color, but it's just comfortable to wear. Cold but not snowing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's just blanketed down here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play in the snow today. Or at least, at the very least, sit in it. But folks, get your questions in. Meantime, I'm gonna sit back and finish this in my cold French press coffee. Figure out how the rest of my day's gonna go. I try to use Google Lens, but it only shows other people. You won't find this on Google Lens. Like I said, I don't know where the... Like I said, chances are my mom gave me the robe. But, you know, this month just remember, next month we're not using the word porch monkey there. You always gotta change up your racist words here. I think we're gonna use moon cricket next month. So remember, this is the last day you can use PM. I am still looking for the footage of Don Lemon getting arrested, and I think it was just released. Possibly. I don't know what the hell this is. And the thing about it is, I don't know how he was even to get arrested because both judges actually turned down the warrants. It's just very odd. But, I mean, right now, he's just freaking milking it. Big Lenny had guns pulled on him on 3 separate occasions in his dealings with street meat. I mean, Quick Pump, he's in Florida. Florida is crazy. Look, check this out. Look at this mess. Now, look, I want to show you guys something. Here's how money works. All right? This is how money works. You know, ever since he actually left CNN, you got to remember he has millions of dollars, so he can do he has plenty of money to set things up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5, except it's Lemon Live at 5 Pacific Coast time. Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining this evening on a Friday. Sorry, I'm 3 hours late for the 5 o'clock show. But, you know, I had some things that I had to do today. But in all seriousness, I am fine. I am doing well. And I appreciate all of your love and your support. I really do.
You see, here's the thing, folks. This one video was streamed 20 hours ago. And this isn't counting yesterday's views. Normally, on his streams, he doesn't get that much traffic. Most of his streams gets 95,000, 84,000, 159, 129, and these are streams from days ago prior to him getting arrested. I want you to look at this, folks. This is 21 hours ago. 715,000 views. This one. And this one here, folks, this is an 8-hour stream right here. This is 8 hours. When I say...
Of you who do not know, Don was arrested. Very well executed.
When I say he's milking this for all it's worth, he literally is, folks.
Mr. Galloway from...
This one video, he did a stream for 8 hours and 41 minutes. 8 hours. Soon as he got out of jail. That's you got to understand that right there is $100,000 right there in YouTube ad revenue. This one video,
Pacific Coast
16, and this was done subsequently. This is 16 minutes. This video, 670,000 views. So he's getting 5 to 6 times as many views. So we're going to let's see how much money he made at minimum. Now he has a 16-minute video, so that's a double whopper right there. So we take 1-3, all right, we'll do 134,000, 0 divided by 1,000. Because it's news, we will times that by 9. This one video, folks, is $12,000. This is $12,000 in YouTube revenue. All in one day. He literally made $12,000 in one day. Like I said, folks, he is going to milk this shit for all it's worth.
Time, Pacific time. Thank you. The best.
And he's doing it in a silly T-shirt and a mic, folks. This is why I thought that it was really.
We're used to doing.
That's why I thought it was really bad for them to, because you're giving him traffic that he doesn't that he normally wouldn't get on his YouTube channel. He literally was getting very little traffic there. He was relegated after he left CNN. No one had really heard much from Don Lemon until now. And even CNN is trying to get into the mix. They're trying to interview Don Lemon. NBC is trying to. Fox News is trying to. That ain't just some gas money. He's going to be able to milk this for the next 2 years, literally, Ryan. He is now getting 6 times as much traffic as he was before. That video right there, that's going to go to 5 million views, 10 million views. It's just sick. It's sick as piss. And you know what? The thing about it is? Nothing's going to happen to him. Nothing. I mean, they released him without bail. He had no bail whatsoever. When a judge goes and says no bail, that just tells you something. They're basically telling whoever, I don't even know why this even occurred. They're telling them that your story is shit, basically. Now, like I said before, I don't like Don Lemon. That's why I'm a little upset about it. I don't want him getting any more traffic than anyone else. You take a person that used to be one of the biggest liberals taken out by CNN and other liberals for some stupid stuff. His ship was sunk, and then you go and just raise the ship back up from the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, I know, they arrested him to troll him. There was a better way to troll him. But, you know, it's like Eric Bischoff says, controversy creates cash. He's getting 6 times as many views in short matter of time. Can you imagine making $12,000 in a day? I would love to do that. Oh boy. Just stupid. What would you do, Harvey, leaving Vince? What I would do is I would go, if I was a Trump administration, I would have walloped him continuously on video, on Rumble and stuff like that, about his activities, and that would have been it. And you do more damage to Don because basically you're smacking him around, but you're not giving him any extra spotlight. He's not going to earn any money off of it.
Really?
Now that you've done arrested him, he's just going to cash in on the stuff. Now this is Ronnie Coleman's Elysium opening. Hopefully he hasn't copyrighted his stuff like us. So it's kind of surprising. We have the king of the bodybuilders out there, and yet Ronnie Coleman has less traffic than Sam Sulek. When you go to a Sam Sulek meeting, people are literally lined up 2 or 3 times wrapped around. Quick Pump, they wouldn't allow him to rejoin the force. I mean, he's 62 years old. So, I mean, right now, he's actually collecting Social Security. So, no, Ronnie Coleman is not collecting. He's not doing anything. People don't realize just how old he is. Or actually, he turned 62 in May. Grown man, folks, should never be wearing Daisy Dukes. No. Music. I think we're about done with this here. That was a pretty good video. Nice to see you doing a Royal Rumble live stream. Is the Royal Rumble today? Is that today? Oh, that is today. In fact, that is actually right now. Oh, but it's on it. Well, I couldn't watch it anyway. It says it's streaming on the ESPN app. Really? I'll check it out in a minute. But folks, get your questions in. Ben Picasso, I've not heard that name in a very long time. The last time I heard from him, he had this ebook course from ClickBank. But I think he's still making videos. I mean, remember, folks.
Your old boy, nicknamed the Young Screamer Boy, standing outside
everybody is somewhere in life.
This very location.
Obviously not competing anymore.
Being weird. I can understand other gyms, you know, in different cities because, you know.
But my thoughts on him is, you know, he's still doing his thing, so that's really all that matters. But a lot of his videos, now here's my thing, folks. He has 231,000 subscribers, but a lot of his videos are 571, 716, 957, 787. He's getting about as many views as my channel at 3,000 subscribers. So I have no freaking clue as far as to how he got 231,000 subscribers. It really just doesn't make sense. Other than the only thing I could think of is that he's had his channel running for about 14 years. And that might be it. But like I said, everyone is somewhere eventually, so... Should Livroni have won a Mr. Olympia? No. You know, the times decided for themselves. I mean, Livroni was a great bodybuilder, and him, Sean Ray, and anyone else would have won the Mr. Olympia in this era. But you got to remember, the 90s was the toughest era out there because, and here's the reason being, at that time, only 2 people, I mean, there was only 6 slots open to turn pro back in the 90s. The Nationals, there was 4 slots. In the USA's, where there were 2 slots. So only 6 people per year became IFBB pros. So you had the cream of the crop. Nowadays, people are you got all these people turning pro. Well, Leo was a dick, you know. Ben was right. I mean, Leo was knowledgeable, but he was a dick, and he was horrible towards women. It's probably what got him killed, too. You know, I spoke with him like a day or 2 before he was murdered, basically. And he was telling me that he was excited about getting out of the area and moving back and everything. And now that I look back on it, you know, obviously he got himself mixed up into some stuff a couple of days before. But yeah, I spoke with Leah. I mean, he messaged me. Oddly enough, he messaged me. And normally, I don't get messaged that often. I think that was the second time Leo had ever messaged me. But I think, from what I understand, he was messaging everyone he practically knew that was around. So, I think the Trend Twins, they're quite popular. I mean, they're popular. I don't know if they're doing Trend or anything. I mean, because that's kind of harsh on the liver, but I think it's just a nickname for the most part. But they're definitely using some heavy drugs. No, Leo was murdered. I mean, I saw the pictures. Leo was smashed to pieces. His head was caved in. Yeah. I always mistake the Philippines with Thailand. I just call it the land of Tony Huge. And honestly, I think Tony Huge, knows more than he's letting on. I'll be honest with you. But his murder's never going to be solved, because here, I've already pointed out the theory there. I think that he smacked around one too many women, and I think some of the family, one of the women's family members came and beat the living shit out of him. But the thing about the Philippines, folks, you know, all of the Asians, they're kind of well knitted together. And the one thing they hate most is foreigners misbehaving. They have a tendency to cover up things. So he was probably smacking around one of the bitches and stuff, because he was quite abusive to those ladies. One of those family members or some person that was, you know, they just went in and beat the crap out of him and then left. But they will never be prosecuted. Yeah, Leo told me he was getting out. He was coming back to the States. He was leaving. I don't know if he was coming to the States or whether he was gonna go, you know, Europe or so forth. But he was trying to get out. He was trying to get out, basically. He didn't want to be there anymore. jump tube, don't be surprised. I mean, you know, I spoke with Leo a bunch there. And like I said, he was messaging a bunch of people like a day or two. I think it was like 2 days. Actually, it was a day before he actually died, now that I think about it. And I still got my messages where he messaged me on Instagram, actually. But, yeah. But it wasn't the Philippines, by the way. It was Thailand. But like I said, I always get the Philippines mixed with Thailand. I mean, but the way I differentiate is the Philippines has whores. I mean, Thailand is filled of tranny whores, more or less. Like I said, Thailand and the Philippines are practically the same. It's close-knitted. It's cheap to live there. You can live like a king for very little money. But you don't F with the locals. There's only so much you can do. And Leo was smacking around those women in Thailand. Just misbehaving in Thailand. Well, I think Tony Hughes knows more than he's letting on, because he was at Tony Hughes' house. And you have no freaking cameras? I know Tony Hughes had video cameras in his house. You trying to tell me in that big old house you had absolutely no cameras? No film footage or anything? Don't y'all guys find that kind of strange? That in as big of a house that Tony Hughes has, that he had no cameras? It doesn't make any sense, folks. I mean, he wasn't living in a single wide trailer. I mean, but that case for 3 years, I've already solved the case there. I already know pretty much. I have my idea as far as to what happened. You may as well take that as the gospel. All right? You got to remember all that when you beat someone to death, there's going to be so much DNA around it, it's going to be pretty easy to find out who it is. And then the video cameras, which should have been there, you got to understand that is a humongous conspiracy. Or not so much conspiracy, but just the general fact that, you know, it's basically Thailand, the country of Thailand closing in on itself. But a lot of time, but jump tube, it's okay. I even get the Philippines mixed up with Thailand. But those videos Tony made after he died, you remember? Well, he was telling everyone that they're jump tube. But, you know, I don't like talking about stuff from 3 years ago. I mean... But, like I said, folks, anytime you go to a foreign country, before you go there, you need to know the exact rules. For example, if I'm going to Saudi Arabia, I'm obviously not going to be pounding any dudes or anything. But I'm going to wear sunglasses so I don't stare in the face of people. And, you know, I'm going to chill and I'm going to mind my own business. I'm not going to drink alcohol or anything like that. No, Tony Hughes ain't gay. Well, I mean, it was a whole cover-up there, Jump Tube. I mean, I know Tony Hughes had video cameras in his house. He had to, for a home his size. And given the country that he's in, you should, for security reasons. No, I definitely wouldn't bed Tony Hughes. 4 minutes, folks. Get your questions in. Now or never. And or donations. Now, this is something I gotta watch. Someone actually restored the 1989 Batmobile. You know, I would love to drive around with something like that. Unless this is all fake. But I would doubt it. Braun Breaker eliminated. What does someone get for winning the Royal Rumble anyway? Would I ride a camel? Sure. I mean, I could ride. I used to ride. I mean, I could ride a horse. I mean, a camel's no different. It's probably going to be easier. You know, that's what I need to do this summer. I need to get back to riding horses and stuff. It's very relaxing to ride a horse. Other than riding guys, riding horses are kind of nice. Did Chris Cormier ever beat up anyone back in the day? Not that I am aware of. I'm sure he's gotten into fights at clubs like everyone else has. I threw some Nelly Queer across the room that was messing with a friend of mine at a place called The Castle. I mean, you got to understand, in any club, if you're really partying properly, you're going to always have a fight in the club. You're going to also have a fight at the Waffle House, too. Now, I've gotten into huge arguments at the Waffle House. I've never actually gotten physical in the Waffle House. Just at the Castle, and I think one time at 621. Those were two gay clubs here in Greenville. Other than that, there, you know, If you're not partying, you're not having any fun. But those were the days, folks. They really were. You come in, you go out, and folks, here's the thing with the Castle. It was open Wednesday. It was open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The club used to be packed on Wednesday night. I mean, Wednesday night was no different than Friday or Saturday. That's how it was. And at the time, I was working at Alltel, and I worked 10 hours. I worked from 10 to 9 Monday through Thursday, and I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So Friday, I would go to Sam's Club, pick up all my stuff. This is before delivery, everyone. And then I'd do my security work on the weekends. But it was from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so I would still go to the club till 3, get about 3 hours of sleep or 2, take a nap, and then be at the job. Get a bunch of Red Bulls and some Monster energy drinks, and I'm perfectly good. Get back home and do it all over again. So that's how I did it. But folks, that is the end of the show. I want to thank Quick Pump for donating. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today on this snow day. The Saturday Snow So Po Day. Or So Po Day. I gotta get it right. All right, let me try it again. Saturday Snow So Po Saturday live stream. Hold on, I gotta do it one more time. Saturday Snow. God damn it, I'm gonna get it. Saturday So Pole Snow. Okay, Saturday Snow So Pole live stream. Finally got it. Why have I worked so much, Pugman? Just getting things done, mostly. I mean, nothing major or anything like that. It's just that funds are kind of tight lately. Because I pay up most of my stuff, car insurance. I got my annual fee from Amex and everything. But, you know, they're done for the year now. The most amount of money I spend in a year is on January. So sometimes when I see all that money going out of the bank, it gets me kind of depressed. But I'm perfectly fine with that, you know. But folks, I am out of here. No cognac. Lee Priest and Chris Cormier were never gonna fight. It's just all talk. But I got no cognac. I just got a little brandy left and a little whiskey. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but I'll figure it out. But folks, I am out of here, and as always, peace and soul.